Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it says we're ready to go live. I see Sybil is here in the house. Hi, Sybil.
Hi, Sybil.
And it's just popped up on my phone, so we are there. Yay.
Okay,
Hi,
come on.
Shaw.
What you doing, Mr. iPad? Why are you not going?
I don't know.
I don't know
Mine was
either.
talking to
There we
me
go.
this morning. I don't know what it was doing.
You probably thought you had questions.
Well, it certainly thought something. I don't know. It was doing the AI thing. Hi, Nell. It decided it was on its own. I was playing around. I'd gotten out all of my, we got these pens, right? These masking pens. Yeah,
Yes.
mine have all dried up.
They do not stay good for very long.
If you don't get them and use them, just know that they're not going to be good at all. So I got a new thing of drawing gum this week, and I'm just going to, apply it with tools because I just don't know. I cleaned all the stuff out. I had three of these masking pens. They all turned to goop. I was trying to dig it out, and it just wasn't happening. So you can see I had done a little bit of masking on here, just trying to get those pens to work, and it was not wonderful. But I'm not going to do this today because this just came in the mail and it needs time to dry down. So maybe later in the week or something, I'll play with some masking fluid. Hi, Barbara, Rennie. Hello.
So, in case you guys were wondering what we're doing today, we're inspired by the April mood board, which has some grapes, some sunflowers, a mountain, some sky, and a dancing girl. And this color palette. The mood boards, they are what they are. You can be inspired by anything on there, and it does not matter which thing or if it's all things or whatever. So I'm working again in my sewn together gel print journal that I think I did last week. I have not made a single art since last Thursday, and I think I worked in this. So still on the desk. We're still talking about lettering in your journal. So I got a stencil to work with, and I'm just kind of playing around with the colors so far.
That sounds like fun.
I thought that this mask stencil might be kind of fun. I think it's made by, let me see if I can understand my own code up here.
I like that one.
Deco Art. It's a Deco Art mask alphabet. And what I was doing was just taking the letters. And so I'm down to W. So I was just taking the letters as they are, laying them on there. And then I've got a little brush and some paint, which I think is dried out now. Let's get some more paint. I think it's night colored Dina Wakley paint, and it's really thick.
I like her paint.
I'm just using a little teeny tiny brush and just going around the mask letters onto my paper down here, because what I was thinking was the sunflower was what I was looking at, and the bottom part of the picture is dark, and so I thought I would make that part just using the word sunflower. So creative lettering or creative, lettering, like we said in the theme for this month, it doesn't necessarily mean writing. It's just using letters.
Right.
So I thought this would be an interesting way to mess around with letters. So see, I get the letter, and then I can go back and fill in any parts that I think need filling in with the brush. So using a stencil in a different way, kind of.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Peggy.
So I guess I need an E. Man, the E
Yeah.
is huge.
I watch stuff in the doctor's office too. It's okay.
Well, when you're there so often, I mean.
Yeah.
Like you got to do something when you're sitting around waiting for them.
Right. So I would encourage you, this book is my color inspiration book. And I would encourage you, even if you don't get around to doing the mood board for the month, do a color inspiration page. You see, I've got these pages that I've laid out with colors, and I can come back to these and be inspired. Remember, I did this one not too long ago. I can come back to these and be inspired by these things that are on my paper. And I want to cover this up anyway because it bled through. This is not a real good journal. These sketch things are just meant for that. They're not meant to get wet. They're not meant to do a lot on, but I can take these things and I can cover that up, and I can do my color swatching over here and be perfectly happy with having a book of color inspiration. So, print your mood boards out and just, like I say, even if you don't get around to it, if you're flipping through looking for inspiration, this is the great kind of book to have on your desk just to get you inspired, to get you going. And, you don't have to use the colors from this month. If I look back and I see something that I liked from last month or last year, I can still have that inspiration. So let's see. I want this sunflower on here. I might need to cut that down a little bit.
I like this month's colors. Those are colors that I would regularly use, I think.
They are the purples, the deep blue, that yellow is almost like the Naples yellow. We both love Naples yellow.
That's a great color.
Yeah. Nice. It's a neutral yellow to me. It's like it's not in your face yellow. It's a neutral.
Oh man, we're not going to start with the sneezing again, are we?
Here we go. I hear you.
Ah,
It's that season, guys.
but I was fine just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Hi, Vicki.
Maybe I'm allergic to my studio. It seems like this week I have not been in here, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's tax season. I had to do taxes. I had other doctor's appointment stuff. It's like, geez, where does the time go? I don't have enough hours in the day. That's all there is to it.
So like I was telling you guys, this is it's a gel print book that was gel printed double-sided on cardstock. And this particular print was very strange. It had all this dark stuff down here, and then it just had this one print of a Tim Holtz tag style stencil at the top. But because it was letters, I thought it would be something that I could leave on the page. And so I've just been trying to take this fuchsia and white and just kind of try to get rid of some of these lines. It was completely almost white at the top and then dark down here, and I was looking at this picture and thinking, well, dark, light, letters. So that's how I got to where I am. I mean, I started a little bit early. I started before the camera went on.
Yeah, we were
these weird letters up here is because that's what was in the print. So sometimes you can take something completely random like this and make a background out of it. And it's fun to start with something already on your page when you're not really sure what you want to do. So now the bottom part says, in a very jumbled way, sunflower. And then the top's kind of this sky situation. So I do need to do something about some of this. I don't know. Maybe add in some yellow here. Because I think I'm just going to use the palette and this particular. I'm not going to do grapes, dancing girls, or mountain. I'm just going to
not doing dancing girls.
Not dancing girl today. I don't know.
She looks like she's having fun.
She does.
I like the dancing girl. There she
Yeah.
is.
And she's got that yellow color because the lights are shining onto her too.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason why the photo was picked.
So I'm gonna glue her down here. She might inspire me. I don't know where this is gonna take me today. I'm just, getting my April mood inspiration ready to go. So I need to pick some color now out of this. So the colors are there, and that orangey tone, and that Naples yellowy tone, and the lavender or lilac, and the purple, and I've got all those colors. It's just what medium do I want to use, right?
I think I'm doing acrylic today.
So, I mean, this whole thing here, I'm looking, and it's more of an eggplant than it is a blackberry. So I think I will do this one in eggplant.
Yeah, this is the Naples Yellow from Artist Touch, Master's Touch, which is the Hobby Lobby brand, versus the Naples Yellow, which is Liquitex Basics. You can see they are not the same. Well, I think I'm going to use this orangey yellow one because it seems to match the palette pretty good here. It's not exactly, but it's good. So,
I guess it's more blackberry.
Open it. That would be good. There we go.
Can't tell looking in here.
So I'll put a little bit of that on my palette. This is just paper, just palette paper. I'm using.
This is Dina Wakley eggplant and
I have another stencil here that has just some regular words, and I might use this one. This one doesn't have an identifier, but I'm pretty sure it's deco art also. Pretty sure. So maybe I'll just get a little sponge and just put kind of some words to break up this background in between.
This looks way too blue.
Nikki and Ingrid. Hi, Ingrid.
I'm going to give it a try.
Some more people are here that we need to say hi to. We said hi to Barbara already, I think.
Yeah, Jenny's joined us. And Ingrid.
Yes. And Minka. Did you say hi to Minka?
I don't think I did. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hello.
I think it's evening. For her, I think it's evening.
Yeah.
So here's the word breathe, because I could use a good breath right now.
That is lapis. Let's see. I need a light kind of lavender tone, which I'm thinking is going to be like this heather.
Heather is a lavender tone, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe if I stencil "be happy," I will be happy.
That would be a good idea, right? Okay, so there's heather. So I've got 3, and I need the yellows. Now I need a...
Oh, it's big.
Let's see. This is lemon, which is a bright yellow. I'm making a hot mess of my hands. Lemon and, oh dear, I don't know what she has that's a... Yes, the closest is Sedona, but that's more of a, that's not what I need. I need a yellow orange. So I might have to change brands and go with.
How about blushing? It's more
Blushing.
pink, maybe.
Blushing is kind of a pink.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with this Indian yellow hue from Golden. If I can get it open. That is the challenge. Indian yellow hue. Yeah, that's good.
Indian yellow, always a good color. Not quite as nice as Naples, but close.
So this is lemon. This one is Indian yellow.
Maybe we'll just put.
And these are all Dina Wakley. Okay, so there's my palette. And I probably want the same thing in inks. When I go to build this.
So this is starting to look a little bit more connected. It was such a strange page, you know, just to have this one blop in the middle of it. But now that I've kind of blended it up with the yellow in the middle, it's looking a little bit more connected, I think. So I like that.
So there's my blue. That's cobalt. I've got a, I think this is going to be the right color. This is a petunia, which is a dark purple.
Spread it around.
I like that. I need a lavender, which I'm going to pick the blue violet.
Spread it around.
It's still pretty dark. What do I have? Anything? Anything? How about, well, we'll come to that. Cross that bridge when we come to it. And then the yellows and oranges. I need a kind of a tone down. Let's do Tiger Lily, maybe. I don't know. That might be too bright and orange.
Just add a little bit more of this yellow up here in this top part. And I think we basically got letters all over this thing. Letters all over. Definitely. Letters and words. So I'm probably done with my background. Does it look a little bit like this background? Hopefully, a little bit. And that was using stencils. So your creative lettering could be creative ways of using stencil letters. Because we've all got them, you know, we've got words on a stencil.
Now I've got my coffee here, guys. I've got my, this is remember a few years back when Shell and I went on an art retreat? This is the cup that she made and we exchanged. So this is a collage cup. And I can't tip it all the way over because it's got coffee.
Your coffee will spill.
But we were with our friends and we were making these thermos.
I did try this idea before I did it on the page. I put it just on a piece of scrap. So now I have that too if I wanted to use it. Maybe. But I was thinking I might do some torn paper collage. What do you think? Torn paper collage? Does that sound like a good plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I guess I need to get a piece of underpaper.
I'm going to get a brayer and I'm going to start using some of these colors.
And a brush of some sort.
Just want one of my smallest sprayers.
Got a brush. And I just need paper, which I grabbed some paper.
All right, why is this?
And I need my inspiration photo, which is this sunflower. Sunflowers have been in a lot of places lately because of Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's apparently their flower.
It is. The yellow and blue
In the yellow and blue,
this month fits right in with the Ukrainian
been
stuff.
everywhere.
All kinds of people that are doing art for the Ukraine. So, check it out.
Yeah. So I think I'll start with some brown. This is my brown basket. I've got baskets. I don't like that right there. Just this one piece right here. In the middle of this. Just going to tear it out and put that back in the basket. And I've got yellow and orange, of course.
So I'm going to use these colors that I picked out, and I'm just going to create my background with the inspiration colors because we already pulled that out and figured out what those are going to be. I'm just lightly adding layers.
It's kind of the right color.
So that it's kind of translucent when it's light layers like that, so you can see through and see the depth. And I'm just using a piece. This is just a torn piece of watercolor paper that I have on my desk. Nothing special, just it's out here. So it's fair game that's sitting on my desk, right? Okay, that's two colors. I did a dark and a light. Now I want to go back and do another dark. Move this over a little bit. I got more room for my brayer and paint. Oh.
Oranges. Some different oranges here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I was very, Shell made the suggestion that we swap cups, and I was all on board with that. I can redo my own art anytime, but I have a Shell original now. He's like, yeah.
Maybe a little bit of orangey orange. What are you doing? Oh, okay. You go. And then I also have some green for a stem and some leaves. Some green. I think I'm going to go kind of a mid-tone green to a dark. So if you guys wonder how I store my colors, this is it. This is how we do it. I always have a lot of green. Is that because I like green? I don't know.
I don't know. I for a while there, I wasn't getting any greens. And I thought, why is that? Because I love natural tones and things. And I think it's because the colors on the market, like in ink pads and stuff, were that real Kelly green. And I wanted stuff that was more natural. So it took me a while to want to buy greens. And I was getting more of the turquoise than I was green, because I like turquoise. One of my faves.
I have a lot of green in here. So this one is just wiped off paint. So I think I'm going to probably stencil a little bit on there before I use it, if I use it, because I like to have a lot of pattern when I'm doing collage. So I'll probably just use that same word stencil and just stencil all over this with another color green to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
So I've got some papers and colors. I've got a center for my flower, and I think I'm just going to start. Looks like it's about, the top of it's 1/3, so I'll probably have it up in here and then just, yeah, I don't know. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's go with the yellows and greens and oranges and just kind of.
So when you're doing light layers like this, they've had a chance to dry, because typically if I'm putting yellow on top of those other colors, I'm going to just create a real brown muck. But these have had a chance to absorb into the paper and are doing quite nicely with getting pushed back. So, I want to make sure, because it's just a real light coating, it's not getting all blended out on the paper here. So I'm going to come back with that Indian yellow hue. Get my brayer loaded up with that tone. And then I'm just doing a real light touch over the top with that. And I think because this is so bright and bold, I am going to want to come back with that other light tone once again. So I'm going to clean off my palette, get rid of that yellow. And I'm going to go back to that heather. Oh, sorry, Peggy. Yeah. Take those meds if you need them, right? So I'm just going to get a little bit of that. Load up my brayer. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. That's mingling all those layers and tones and pushing it back.
You're so pushy.
I know. I am, actually. Okay, so you guys like that background? Is that good for you? I like that. I think that's, and it's definitely right off of our mood board. She's doing flowers. I had thought about doing a daisy just because, it's daisies everywhere. But since she's doing a daisy, I think I need to do dancing girls.
Dancing girls, always good. But this is a sunflower.
Yeah. Well, I call them daisies, but there's so many flowers. What do they call that? Is it ranunculus? It's the flower family is the because flowers come out in different shapes, and they have the botanical name, the grouping.
Yes.
Which I never know.
I never know either. It's too complicated.
Yeah. Oh, come on. This camera. Oh, geez. All right, put that color back there. All right, so Dancing Girls. I need to get something for that, don't I?
Yes. If you're going to do Dancing Girls, you're going to need Dancing Girls. So I'm just picking a lot of different colors of yellows and oranges and tearing them into these little petal shapes, and then I will stick them all down at some point. Oh, this is a pretty color. That's probably Naples yellow.
All righty. I'm going to use some of those ink colors that we pulled out. I think this petunia color is really pretty since we're talking about flowers. And I need to put a, whoops. Need to put a foam behind that. So I'm going to ink that up really well.
How about some more orangey orange? This is an orange. I don't know if I've got enough yet or not.
It's hard to stamp onto texture paper like this. That's why I put the extra foam under there. But I'm getting my basic shape, so I'm happy with that. It's giving the impression of the dancing person, right?
I think I need a few more of these darker orangey colors down here.
Yeah.
It's starting to look sunflowery. I think so.
Fill that in a little bit.
Still got to glue them all down. And I mean, I like I said, I am making a petal shape, but I'm not making them all the same. Like I'm really trying to vary. Are some of them curled? Are some of them straight? So that it looks as though as there's movement. Also going to need just blue on it, and they all flew away. Going to need some green as well to get some green on there. Maybe I'll try to start gluing some of these though. So now I need to glue them down.
Oh boy, look at that. That was a little bit runny.
Start to build up the shape. I need to go out. So I'm using the matte gel medium, of course, to get my petals glued down. I do want to get my darker ones in there.
Oh, wrong side.
Some of these in there. Need to go down. That. Okay, I also need to make sure that I have a stem of some sort. So let's get that sorted here. Can't have a sunflower without a stem, I'll tell you that. Not laying down.
Just putting these on here to add some texture. Texture and movement, because they're dancing, right?
Yes.
So let's see. I should probably use paint pens on top of this. So that
seems like a decent plan.
Don't know what I want.
Okay, let's get some bigger ones over here. I've got more, I know I do. Tore lots of them.
Right, I'm gonna get some big paint pens, I think.
That'll be fun.
And I'm gonna pull out the blue because that's part of the colors we got here. Let's see if this will work. And I know I'm not going to go straight because I'm just not.
Ingrid says that your ladies look like they're leaping of joy.
They are. They are leaping with joy. We are in a joyful place. So I'm gonna try to, let's see, do I have I should just have a regular pencil here somewhere. Yeah. Just gonna put some, yeah, can't even see that. Ha, ha, ha. That really is a light pencil. Yeah, can't see it on there. Oh, well. I'll just wing it. So let me say, may do dots on this. You. May you. Let's do a different color now. Another big one. That's not as big as I would want. Might be okay. This is an Arteza.
It's kind of interesting, I think. All right, we need some leaves, need some stems. Some things coming out from here, which
I will probably need to go around that to make it stand out. So let me get a small pen, Micron.
whoops, lost my brush down in my thing.
Oh.
Now I've got goop all over me.
What? Join the club.
Yeah.
It's the goop day.
I think I had a baby wipe.
So you guys, do you like these kinds of challenges? Do you like having mood boards and things? Is this something that we should be continuing with?
That is a good question. Not very many people participating. I don't know if it's because people are out and about doing fun stuff now, or if we're boring. I just don't know. Whoops. There it went again. Right in there. Dang it. Come back here, you brat. I'm falling in the bottom of things. And maybe just a little bit more. Some kind of something down here just to make it more interesting. All right.
All right, now I want to color that in with something. I might just do a whole hodgepodge of color here because we got all these colors in our mood board. So,
Yes, and the colors, by the way, are taken directly out of the photographs with a little color selectors tool. So, yeah. They come from the photographs. The photographs get picked, and then the colors get swooped out of there. How much time do we have? Let's see, 8:30, 9:30.
we got about 45, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
How did I get this done so fast?
Well, because you started early. Hi, Lisa.
Well, I got my collage parts done. I'll let that dry a little bit. What else can I do for 45 minutes? A little bit of shading, but that's about it.
Yeah, you can start a background or something else.
Yeah. Lisa and Kim have joined us. Kim thinks she overthinks the mood board and it stalls her.
Oh.
She prefers the other step out challenge.
Yeah, and you can take it just the way you do that other challenge too. Like, that's what I was trying to show you this morning by taking the mood board and breaking it down color-wise and theme-wise, because, she's using the sunflower part of it. I'm looking at the dance part of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to use everything that's on the mood board.
Right. It's just something to look at and it's like a springboard. It just gets you going.
Right.
And sometimes you can be real literal. This is real literal. Sometimes you're inspired by the fact that grapes are circles.
Yep.
And maybe you just want to do circles. Or maybe it's just the colors. Or maybe you're interested in the mountain and clouds. Maybe you want to make clouds. You know, it's not literal. It's just a mood for the month. So don't let it freak you out too much. So I decided to use a pencil. This is a Inktense pencil in like a Payne's Gray or something. Because this is still wet, and I don't want to get a pen in there and then get it all goopy, you know, like that. So in the case of going over collage, sometimes a crayon or a pencil is a good choice. If you want to add some shadows or something. I'm not sure how I got this collage done this quickly, but it's pretty crazy.
It's all right. So is there anything that you guys would like to see us do that we don't normally do?
Yes. And if we did something else, would you do it? Would you actually participate? Because every time we're like, oh, this is going to be fun. People are going to love it. We've got really, really, really low participation. Maybe you just like watching us. That could be it too. Watching is more fun than doing sometimes. I've been doing a lot of watching of television and movies. Not so much art.
I've been trying to get out and do some things. The weather has been crazy. It's been like 70 one day and in the 20s the next. I don't know.
My friend over in Oregon has been grousing at me because well, it was cooler, but then by the weekend it's going to be 90. My son's band is having an outdoor concert, so I've been watching the weather because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
And she's got snow.
Yeah.
In Oregon. She's like, is this the craziest thing?
Yeah, it snowed here yesterday.
Yeah. It's like, it's spring. What's with the snow?
Yeah. Well, the daffodils and tulips are in full bloom, but it snowed.
Yeah. And she had to stay home for her job. She drives up a big hill, up a big mountain, and she had to stay home for the last couple of days and not go see the client because it was too icy on the hill. She's like, what? Your temperatures are going to be 90 on the weekend? That's just not fair. Like, I guess it isn't probably, but look, I can't do anything about it. I think I need to shut the door. He's getting noisy. Crash. Everything just crashes. Ah, it's quieter once the door's shut and you can't hear him. Haha. Yesterday I took a cute picture. He was trying to read his laptop, because he's working from home.
Yeah.
He had the laptop open, like almost flat, and he had his glasses up on top of his head.
Yeah.
And he was holding the laptop like up to his face. And then the dog, Mika, was like right there licking his nose.
Oh man.
Trying to help, and it was so cute. I just had to take a photo of it. It's like, if you can't read your laptop, maybe you need new glasses. And speaking of Mika, the minute I shut the door, she's got to come over here and scratch on it.
Yeah.
She's perfectly fine until I shut the door. And then, of course, she's got to scratch on it. Well, then get in your poof. Go get in your poof. Don't look at me like you're so funny. Look at me. I opened the door. Ha ha ha.
So this says, may you cultivate silliness. I still listen to instinctual urges. I play with leaves, skip down the street, and run against the wind. I never water my garden without soaking myself.
There you go.
So, and we are just dancing because it's fun.
I am familiar with Dancing in the Rain. When the rain
Tim says, these vids are my great escape. Jenny says, love watching you both. My art always disappoints me. Also love to see negative painting. Jenny, post it anyway, because even though something is disappointing to you, doesn't mean you're not giving somebody else enjoyment. I can't say that I'm happy with everything that I do either.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I go ahead and post it just because it's important for other people to see your progress and for you to see your progress. It's like when you go back and you flip through your journals and you try to figure out what it is you like about something and what you don't like about something. It's part of the process. And yeah, you do lay yourself open, but that's why we have a community, which is loving and caring and sharing. Because we're not doing it where people are going to be cruel or hurtful. They're always helpful.
Also, when you think about in terms of your own art and your own process, you have to realize that everyone is at a different stage in their growth and in their learning, and everything is good.
Yeah.
For what stage you're at. And you cannot, although we all do it, you have to stop comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
Because they're at a different place than you. They've got different experiences. They've got different amount of time that they've been doing stuff. They've got a different way of looking at the world. We are not all the same. Nor should we be. In the case of art, diversity is where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like this line up here. That was that edge of that stencil still bugging me. So I'm just going to take something, maybe just some white. And what happened to my palette? It's buried. Maybe just add a little bit of white to my palette. And this, oh, come on. I bought a new tube of white, but I'm trying to get the last of it out of the tube before I open the new one. And maybe just, do a little bit of finger painting. Why not? Add a little bit of this yellow. still on the palette. Mix it in. And just try to make some cloud something up here with some fingers. Just break up that stupid line. It's driving me
This
bonkers.
page was just, a page that I'd put, I had that other masking fluid that I was trying to get to work and it wasn't really working. So this, I was just doodling around on here with that masking fluid, trying to get it to work. And so now I'm using a pickup eraser to just pull that masking fluid back from his. And this, will just become a background to something, because why waste it, right? It's just a piece of paper that I had on my desk that I was messing around with the masking fluid with.
Oh, I never waste anything. I save it all.
Yeah, I probably save way too much.
Yeah, me too.
But you see where I picked that up and it's revealed. Kept the white.
Keep the door shut, dog.
So I don't know what I want to do on here. I do have, this is a piece I started yesterday because we're doing the 100 Days of Stencil Girl 100-day project.
I've completely fallen off the wagon on that one.
So I had made a stamp. I made this stamp just out of this stuff, foam. And I had stenciled the background and then I had stamped on top of that to get this effect. I'm thinking on here, I want to do another stencil today.
Okay, that's better. Sort of obliterated that up there.
And since we're doing words and we're doing sunflower stuff, I'm thinking I might do this stencil because it's kind of a sunflower. And it's a mask and a stencil. So depending on what you want, whether you want just the mask part or whether you want the stencil part, you can use both of these. And I clip them together like that. But I think I want to keep that down. So let me get my board. Wherever it is. I've got a magnetic board. And I'm just going to put this down and stick down my stencil, my mask, to the board so it's not flopping around. And then I'm also going to do the paper a little bit because I want to add, I've got, this is still part of that color palette. I've got yellow. So I'm thinking about maybe using some of these other tones in here. Let's get this bright yellow. I don't know how clean this is, but we'll give it a try.
I like that.
And then I'm going to go towards that tiger lily.
Okay.
Pull some of that color out.
Maybe I do want just a little bit of like a yellow or something, and just to make a few little spots in here. You know, because there's all those little things inside of a sunflower thing.
And I need to move this a little bit.
Okay, creative lettering. I like it. I think it turned out nice. And it was quick.
Let's use a little plum.
So what if you just wanted to do something quick and simple with your inspiration here? You could do a tag
Yep.
without enough time. So let's start with some collage. Just use the colors and whatever stuff I've got on my desk. How's that for a plan? Use the stuff I've got on my desk. Got a little bit of paint palette. I've got the inspiration.
Around on me.
So for those of you who are freaking out and not doing it because it's too complicated, or it's just too much and you can't think well enough, just get a little bit of colored paper that match the palette and go for it. If you're in a grumpy mood like me and you just can't do anything, this is a good thing to do. Because we all get like this, right? We all get
Getting funk.
sad and frustrated and overwhelmed by life. Why not do some collage on the tag?
Why not? So I'm using that media grip so that I can use both hands. This is the most beneficial thing I've found so far to use this for, is just to hold that ink pad in place.
Oh, that new thing that you got?
Yeah.
Hold ink pads in place. Well, you know.
It works. You know,
works.
I put my ink pad down. It's not going to be running all over the place when I'm trying to pick up ink. Because normally you have to hold it, and that's what I was running into. I was chasing my ink pad around. You see, now I don't have to do that. It's going to stay stuck down. So,
You know what also works for that? Shelf liner. That rubbery shelf liner stuff.
yeah, I've tried that.
Yeah, I've had luck with that before.
Have you?
Back in the day when I needed to
Have an extra hand?
have an extra hand, I would just put that on the desk and then put the ink pad on top of it, and it would stay put. And I was happy because, yeah. Sometimes ink pads just want to run all over your desk.
Yeah, they do. So I'm just getting some of that dark around the edge here.
Hey, stop sliding. What is your problem?
So I've used the colors that are in our palette here. And let me slide this back and do the reveal. And there's our lovely flower. And what I do typically with this, you can't see it anymore because I've inked all over the top of it, but I mark my stencil so that I can put it back together the way it comes apart. Because sometimes when you want to put the mask back on, it's really difficult with something that's this ornate.
It doesn't fit.
Right. So you have to spend hours, doing this sort of thing, flipping around and saying, where does this go? Where does this go? So
Yes, I've had the same problem.
normally you can see where I've taken a black marker and marked this. However, I put so much ink and stuff on this. Maybe the other side. Yeah, the other side you can still see it. Okay. So here it lines up with
Want this or not? No, actually, I don't. That's good enough.
the mask.
Start
Just by marking it that way. Which is a big help when you go to use something like this and you want the mask on it also. And then what I'll do is I'll just clip that back together with the mask so that it all stays together in one place. I do like this, but I think it needs something. Of course it needs something, right? And this is like
it's this one with
ink on there, so you need to use something like a hand sanitizer to get that off of your surface. And it'll take it right off. Of your magnetic surface. Okay.
Oh, just stuck it right down on the palette. That's always good.
If I want to do
I think this thing's too big.
something with that, something with, I think. Find a
Just get the finger painting going in here. Now we want that stupid manila color. Ugh.
So here we go. Got a saying here, since we're doing words and fonts and stuff. And this says, in my dream world, art supplies are free. And painting counts as art, as a workout.
Exercise? Workout. Yeah.
Painting counts as a workout.
If only.
I like that. What size is this? I wonder. Yeah, it's hard when you get that off of there and can't get it lined up again. Thanks, Vicky, for telling people where to go. That's help.
Is Vicky telling people where to go?
Well, she's talking about in the group to click on the media tab. You know, it's like, okay, so
Yeah, that is always tricky.
5.5 by, did I actually make this card size? Could I have done it? Oh, I got to cut it down a little bit if I want to make a card out of it. Or I can go to a bigger card. That's what I could do. I could go to a bigger card. What have I got here?
I get a little bit of that blue on there. For sure. Maybe around the edges too.
Yeah, so let's do that. And do I want to grab some other colors?
Don't worry. Be happy. I don't know. Find whatever stencils are laying around. You get the stencils and they're laying around. Just like my dog. She's laying looking at the door like it's gonna open anytime. She's pretty sure.
No, not the green. No, I like the yellow. So, if this one is 4.5 by 5 3/4, this one is down on something here.
Barbara wants to know if those are your words. Can she steal the quote?
No. It's a quote. It's from what's his name? I wrote it on there, but I wrote it so small you probably can't read it. Leo. Where did I get it from? Come on. It's a quote. And now I can't even read it. It's Leo. Hold on. Gotta go back and find it.
Get your glasses.
Yeah, get my glasses. Well, you know, I was out trying to put this treadmill together last week, and I couldn't see to get the screws where they were supposed to go. And I had my glasses on, I had them off, I was standing on my head. I tell you, it was something to watch.
I went to the band practice with my son's band. Let's see, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. All the days are running together. But they wanted me to sing. And they gave me a lyric sheet. because, you know, even though I know the song, you don't, when you're like singing along with the band and it's loud and whatever, you can't necessarily remember.
Yeah.
So they gave me this lyric sheet so that as a reminder for the lyrics, and it was in like 10-point font. And no matter how I held my head or, you know, tilted my glasses, I could not read it. Like, you guys, I'm old. If you're going to give me a font sheet, give me one that's in like, you know, 16-point or something. Well, they wouldn't all fit on the paper. Like, I don't care. Can't read
So this quote is from Leo Buscaglia.
Buscaglia.
Buscaglia. You have to say it like that. Buscaglia. Okay, and this is 7 1/4 by 5 1/4.
So I got some circles on
So if
here.
I cut down my first layer, I determined I wanted to be that deep blue.
My friend sent me a mood ring.
Some which?
It's a mood ring.
Oh, nice.
What does blue mean? What mood am I in when it's blue?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see, this is 8 1/2, so I need to come down to 1 1/2 inches.
All right, I need to put something on here that's something. I don't know what to put on here. Well, I got a stamp down here that might be kind of cool.
Oh, I need more reveal than that, I think.
Always liked this stamp.
Let me take it down another 1/4. This is 5, so let's go to 4 3/4 by. Put this down another. This is going to be the hard part. Put this down another. Quarter inch. Yeah, that's better. A little more reveal. And then this needs. I'm going to take down the side. Okay, and then we need. Let me see. Let's try this. Oh, that wasn't straight. Yeah, that wasn't straight. Okay, so. So we've got blue. And we need a hint of the yellow. So let's do.
Yes, Barbara, that is true. If I can get myself to go into the studio and actually work, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
It's just the process of trying to get my butt in there. That's hard.
Yep.
And this week I was very unsuccessful in moving to even try to help myself, you know? I just said the F word a lot. And
Okay.
one of my worst weeks ever.
So I'm going to glue this down.
All right, let's do a little bit of painting.
Onto the yellow. Glue the yellow onto the blue.
Come on, I don't need a bunch of water. I just need a little bit of paint.
And this one on the next one. Do you guys do a lot of mats when you do cards? I like doing matting.
Oh, me too. I like having boxes around boxes around boxes.
Yep.
I like that in everything that I do. Especially little things like cards and tags.
Put that down and then put it on the card front. Just like that. Put this back in the top so I don't have a problem with that. Make sure my card is opening the right direction. You don't want to glue it down the wrong way.
And how many times have we done that?
Yeah, exactly.
Lots and lots and lots of times.
Okay, so there's my card, an envelope. And there's my page. I don't know if I'll just do it as a tip in or something in a journal. I don't know what, but I thought it was fun. Cultivating silliness, right?
Are we done? Is it time to go?
I think we got just a couple of minutes.
Okay, well then.
And there's that.
The tag that I'm working on, which is obviously the same colors. If that's all you want to do with your mood board, then just do that. And now I got extra paint that I got to put on something else. And then what did I do with my page? It's over there.
Cleaning house. Oh, yeah.
So you guys get out something and do something. The colors are nice. I like the colors. These are good.
Go ahead and steal the quote, Barb. Absolutely. Do you need the guy's name again, or did you get it? I wrote it down somewhere. It was Leo Buscaglia. May you cultivate silliness. Absolutely. I still listen to instinctual urges. I play with leaves. I skip down the street and I run against the wind. I never water my garden without soaking myself. How cute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, very playful, very fun.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will follow along and do, some arting this week. And I'll look for it with the hashtags.
Yep.